about paleontology? What about modern day science? Okay, does paleontology agree with the stories? A few years ago, a Tyrannosaurus Rex was excavated from what is called the Hell Creek Formation in Montana. It wasn't that far, a few hours, maybe a little bit longer, but it wasn't that far from where we were excavating Big John. It was all Montana. Now, this creature was special because it was not completely fossilized. It was still largely bone. It was bone. Yet the paleontologists who found it thought that it was over 65 million years old, and they couldn't get it out of the site. And they did something that's kind of unthinkable, but they had to, is they sawed this leg bone in half to fly it out by a helicopter just to get it out of it. And when they got it back to a lab, and they looked at the interior of the bone, this is what they found of this supposed T-Rex that was 65 million years old. Tissue, blood cells, protein fragments, soft, flexible, resilient tissue that when stretched returns to its original shape. This creature wasn't even done decomposing. All right? My friends, there is no way that is 65 million years old. Flesh decomposes. There's no way that is even 65,000 years old. All right? But what has happened? All right? The evolutionary community has looked at that, and they've done the same thing Adrian Mayer has done. They've looked at the evidence and go, wow, I guess flesh can last 65 million years after all. In fact, Jack Horner, Mary Schweitzer is the doctor who discovered this. Mary Schweitzer, I personally invited to be on the Dinosaur and Dragons documentary. She very quickly declined. I was like, come, prove your point. If you believe that's 65 million years old, I'll set up a camera and you can tell us all how it is. She said no. And Jack Horner, who she got her PhD under, told her, and this is documented in secular science research, do whatever you can to prove they're not red blood cells. Okay? And so they started calling them red, round microstructures. Guys, this is hard evidence that supports the biblical timeline. This is hard evidence that does confirm the oral history, the written history, the legend, the archaeology. When you start adding all this together, the answer is very, very simple. But here's the thing. Was this a one-time thing? No. Because now scientists from around the world are like, well, that's weird. We're going to look at some of our other bones. In May of 2009, blood tissue extracted from a duck-billed dinosaur bone. Happened again, and then again. 80-million-year-old mosasaur fossil has soft retina and blood residue. Retina? Are you kidding me? 80 million years old? The faucet is being turned on. The evidence is overwhelming. The evidence is overwhelming.